Hello, welcome to the Indie Ocean. This is Outpost Kaloki X. Some strange and disturbing events in the personal life of the Indie Ocean led to this episode being a couple of days late, but better late than never, as the hackneyed old geriatric saying goes. So, here we are, Outpost Kaloki X. It's kind of a light-hearted, cartoony... Hello, person I don't know, coming online. It's a light-hearted kind of sim management type of game. The game it reminds me of most is Theme Hospital. It's not about a hospital, and it's obviously not in the theme series, but there's something about the tone and the nature of the game that reminds me of it. The way it works basically is you add facilities to a space station. In this first level, you pretty much just have access to the lemonade stand. And the lemonade stand caters to the fun meter. You can see on the right of the screen there are 5 bars. The middle one is filling up at the moment. Those 5 bars represent what the visitors to your station want. The red section of any bar shows you the demand, and the green section shows how much you're supplying. So at the moment, our supply is meeting the demand. That's always good. And now the demand is exceeding the supply. So you can see that that's pretty straightforward, but you kind of need to keep on top of it in order to keep getting happy visitors to your station. You also need to keep everything you build supplied with power. Again, at the moment we pretty much just have lemonade stands, but we still need to power them, so we have to build these fan-like power plants. And each power plant can be adjusted so that you can balance its output, its energy output, versus its risk of exploding. And this sort of micromanagement can be applied to all the other facilities as well, like, as you can see here, the lemonade stand. You can adjust the quality of lemonade that you're selling, how much you're selling it for, and so on. And each facility you build has similar sort of criteria, or features that you can adjust. So that's the basic premise. Each level has different objectives that you need to meet. Like that, in fact. You had a quick glimpse of them there. I think this first level just has you building 3 lemonade stands. I don't think there's anything else you have to build. And then you have to make a certain amount of money. And from that point you progress on to the next level. Oh, you have to build a pawn shop as well. Okay. And the first level, as you might expect, is pretty easy, but as time goes on, it really becomes a balancing act. By about the 3rd or 4th level, it starts to demand a lot more of your attention. Because not only do you have more and more public needs to take care of, like at the moment, people are happy with the lemonade stands, but each of those 5 strands, each of the 5 bars on the right there, will come into play pretty quickly. So you need to cater to all of those, and each type of facility, has several tiers. So the lemonade stand is the lowest tier in this particular strand. I can't remember what it's actually called, but basically the fun strand, and we have sort of information/intelligence strand, and we have a nature strand where you have parks and ponds and that sort of thing. So you have different tiers, and you can only unlock higher tiers once you've built some of the lower ones, and then you have to make sure they're all supplied with power, and that you have enough money for all of them, and you have to meet certain objectives. But as you've probably noticed, you only have a very limited number of locations, sort of slots on the space station where you can build these things. So it becomes a balancing act, selling the right things, buying the right things, replacing things with other things, trying to get the maximum power output from your power stations, and all that sort of thing. It's not enormously deep. If you're into serious micromanagement, this might be a bit shallow for you. But for someone like me, who's crap at sim management games, and finds things like Theme Park depressingly dense, and just too much to deal with, this is a good option. If you like the Theme Hospital sort of level of involvement, not too detailed, but some in-depth aspects and some hints of micromanagement here and there, And if you like that general sort of light-hearted, slightly cartoony tone, then Outpost Kaloki X might be up your street. As with all Xbox Live Arcade games, it has a free trial that you can play for a while. So, by all means, give that a try. That's what sold me on buying this game. So, Outpost Kaloki X. Lightweight, but very enjoyable sim management type of thing. And that wraps it up for Overlooked Xbox Live Arcade Week. Next week, or I suppose the rest of this week, will be something completely different. We'll be going back to the more indie-themed nature of this channel. So, rejoin me in another 24 hours now for the next instalment and for a reintroduction to indie games. Thanks for watching. See you then.